In 1992, Barbara Boxer and Dianne Feinstein won California's 2 Senate seats, the first time a state has been represented by 2 women in the history of the United States.
You know, today there have been enough changes, including a woman running for President of the United States, that people take for granted that women are high levels in government. And yet when Barbara Boxer and a group of other members of Congress marched over to the Senate and made that statement, it was an important one, it was a profound one, and by looking back at that moment, we can see how much things have changed, partly because of Barbara Boxer.
We worked together to get a bill that was passed and signed into law to do research in the National Institutes of Health for cardiovascular disease in women. And because of that, a lot of new information has been learned, and women have the ability to receive all kinds of support because of this research.
She's a fighter. Whenever you were in a battle, you wanted her in your bunker, not in the other bunker. We were in many fights together, fighting to preserve the healthcare safety net for Los Angeles County and for the country.
And I am optimistic because I know there are people like you out there, and I know there are people like Barbara Boxer in the Senate who's fighting to change this country for the better. You have in Barbara Boxer a subcompact senator passionate about fighting for jobs, clean energy reform, and green jobs that can't be outsourced.
The senator's leadership on passing MAP 21, the transportation blueprint that we worked on around 2010, just was an amazing display of tenacity, political sophistication, and an ability to bring people together who oftentimes hadn't been in the same room. Was truly a remarkable thing to watch.
I'm working with President Obama and his administration to write a new transportation bill, which will create millions more jobs, rebuilding the infrastructure of our great state and our nation. Now that's a roadmap for economic growth, and that's how we'll keep California moving.
Barbara fights with her heart and from her heart, and she doesn't give up, and she keeps going at it and going at it and going at it until she accomplishes what she wants to get done.
If I had to pick one word to describe Barbara Boxer, it would be that she is courageous. She always has been. Somehow from the first, she's thought that her assignment, her role in life, was to do the right thing, not necessarily the popular thing, not necessarily the political thing, but to do the right thing.
Instead of protecting polluters, we'll protect our families. Instead of ignoring the experts, we will fight global warming.
Well, I want to thank Barbara Boxer for being a champion for Los Angeles, for California, for the nation.
Senator Boxer, it's been an honor and a privilege to work with you. It's been an honor and a privilege to fight side by side on issues that are important, and it's been a privilege to know you these many years. You and your leadership will be missed. I'm a better person, and I do better things for having known you in public service.
Barbara, we've known you in Los Angeles, we've known you in Vermont, we've known you in Washington, and I've gotten to know you too in Rancho Mirage. And I hope we'll continue to see you in all of those places, thriving, enjoying your children, your grandchildren, and what they're doing, but continuing to make a huge impact on the world.
We can all be proud that she gave us the formula for how to get things done. Thank you, Barbara.
On behalf of Mary, Jacob, and Michael, we want to congratulate you on receiving the LABC Legacy Award. Your extraordinary public service for more than 40 years and the remarkable family that has been there for you, Stuart, Doug, Nicole, and their extended families, makes us proud not to just call you our senator, but our good friend.
Others will go on at length about your legislative and policy accomplishments, but we'd like to honor you as a role model and mentor who has been there not just for the state and country, but for us and our family. You've encouraged us to make a real difference, showing us how we must act and lead, whether it be about economic opportunity, social or educational equity, or protecting our fragile environment.
Thank you, Barbara, for being a rock that has been a grounding force in the U.S. Senate, a stabilizing beacon for the people of California and those in need, and an anchor to your friends and family. And just as there was a Boxer rock at Kona Village, we thought it only appropriate for you to have a Boxer rock here in California.
Barbara, you rock, and we love you.
But you know what? I want to come home. I want to come home to the state that I love so much, California. I am never going to retire. The work is too important.